They're making all these crises happen, let me tell you. And they've slammed people in debt. They love that. So we have to pull back, because spirituality, it's time to blossom and grow spiritually. It's time to share the love with each of us and to relax over this diet thing. There's some people that come into this that haven't come into this that just can't get it. Their minds are racing 1,000,000 miles an hour, and those people need to go do some fasting, meditation, and relax, and then come back and think about it. Because this site is for those that are healers. I'm building you all as healers, as many of you as you want, because we need you. People are suffering. And look at how many of you guys have overcome your suffering. It's just incredible. My heart is pounding big, because I'm just so proud of every one of you guys. Do not get caught up in these people that try to bring the smoke screen in, or those that got trapped in the illusion that didn't understand why they were having problems. That's why I'm doing this. Because it's time we get our head out of this ignorance and out of these misconceptions and start looking at this. You know, all these foods, look at nuts. Everybody thought nuts was healthy. Look at those of you that have found that that's not the case. There's a hard shell around a nut for a reason. Coconuts, obviously, incredible food sources, but all your other nuts, very complex foods of proteins and fats. Need very little if you use nuts at all. But when you're detoxifying, you get rid of these concentrated heavy foods, because you need astringents. You need foods that'll clean the body, refurbish the body. Well, now wait a minute. If you have to get away from proteins to clean and refurbish the body, why would you eat them in the first place? So I don't know. It's enough to say that balance is always important because of the consciousness of man, not for any other reason. And the consciousness of the cells in the human body, they don't know what living foods are. They don't know what electromagnetic energy is or higher consciousness is. Cells are being replicated on the old consciousness of omnivorish thinking and old family values and everything else. So your cells in your body, you're educating and uplifting the very cells in your body. And it just takes a while to get everybody on board, to get this anionic, dehydrated, coagulated fluid called the lymph system up and moving properly, and getting the adrenals to get the kidneys to filter again. That's what this is about. And once you do, boy, you start getting that balding going away. You start getting the pressure out of the heads. You start getting nerve regeneration, blood vessel regeneration, tissue regeneration of all kinds. That's what's exciting. But man has just walked down so many pathways, and there's so many books and so many opinions, blah, 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 blah. In reality, it's much simpler than that, guys. Very much simpler than that. Just eat your fruits and veggies and quit worrying about it. If you want green drinks, okay. I have no problems with any of these things, but in detoxification, people reach plateaus. We see this every day, and you guys that have sat in with me, you've seen that. I've showed you this, where you reach plateaus and people have to let go of their vegetables and dig deeper into the world of fruits and berries. This is what we see and what we've experienced. It took me a lot of years to get here, because I'm a green guy, a vegetable guy. I have my salads, absolutely. But it took me a while to understand that it was holding us back when we had tumors that weren't breaking loose. It took me a while to get into that. And then when I started looking at all the fasting issues of the grapes and the lemons and of the waters, I realized just what the gig is. And studying the power and frequencies of fruits and berries and melons over vegetables, and the astringents and the antioxidants, led me down the road to really seeing it, and then applying that to humans in detoxification, and you see it every single time. There are some of you that are too sensitive to fruits. Okay, go slow. Go slow. Get your adrenals up. It isn't that the foods are bad. Here's the illusion again. Blame the foods. Blame the foods. No, don't blame the foods. Blame your body. Blame where you are at in your genetic stance and in your lymph systems. That's where the gig is, not in the foods. The problem with the foods is we don't have good quality foods in America. Except for some farmers. I'm not bashing the farmers that are doing a good job out there, but I am bashing those that are not, because this is the food source. You're privileged to make the food source for humans, and you should respond with that accordingly. Here, I grew this for you. Blessed with all the blessings of the Supreme Being, or God, or whoever, of the Mother, whatever you equate to, the the creator or the power it to be, spirit, whatever word you want to call it, the life force, the prana. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what name you want to give it. Again, quit looking at the illusion and look at reality here. All right, enough said. I love you all now. And carry on. And be strong when you come up. Don't let people shake you off your tree here. Not good. Now, this is something I want me to read this. I've got a few minutes left. This is a sad case, I guess. Jennifer wrote sad on here. This person is writing to me with a ton of unpleasant feelings. I'll just start and tell my story. I don't know how long. I probably should go through this first, save you a lot of trouble. They've had troubles with their stomach and bowels since they were born. They couldn't digest what had happened to me during pregnancy. Conception was horrifying. Oh, man. I was super sensitive to thoughts surrounding energies. This person is really ultra sensitive in every body they have. Every body, the mental body, the emotional body. This soul is just so sensitive to its surroundings. I could not defend myself or explain the deepest pain I constantly felt. Separation, intense loneliness. The food I then got didn't help at all. Meat, dairy, hardly any fruits or veggies ever. I could feel disconnection. And this is not coming from me. And we just talked about the foods, and here's another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. They're all out there because we know that the fruits, the berries, and the melons are superior. They are superior in magnetics. They are superior in chemistry. We can do the greens. I'm not complaining, absolutely. But this person has digestive problems. Why would you give them veggies? See what I'm saying? Simplicity in food, simplicity in chemistry, simplicity in consciousness, all does make a big difference. He never looked at me and never touched me. Let me see. Her father, or this could be a male, I don't know. Let me see here. A name on here. This sounds like, well, it's hard to tell. They have extremely low self-confidence. Foods made them feel numb. They would choose, let me see here. I developed eating disorders, bulimia, around my 15th birthday. I am now 28. Wow, 28 years old going through all this. Amazing. I have done nothing else but binging and throwing up for over 13 years. I wanted to look for help and tried regular psychiatrists and doctors for a short while. When I realized no one of them would ever be able to help me, I lived in pure darkness for all these years. I better not read this. Woo! Ooh, this is a sad one. Parents did nothing to help them. I eat an apple and it comes out the same way it came in. Oh, crap. The problem with the raw and the fruits, though, is that I feel I can digest absolutely nothing. I am lucky I have found some watermelons now. It's the only fruit I can handle without pain. Jesus criminy. You probably have some gastroparesis, which is paralysis of the stomach. Obviously, the pancreas is shut down and not functioning, so we need to get that on board there. That's where the herbs come in really good for you there, because you can get them down, swallow them down, and really let those take their actions on you and help you with this. But I feel so spaced out, so disconnected. Yeah, your body's pretty far out there. Now, are we going to give this person meats and lots of milks and dairy products and eggs and everything else? I mean, that's just, you get my picture here, I guess. But I feel so spaced out. Oh, and I've been using some formulas, stomach and bowel 1 to 4, good, adrenal glands, endocrine glands, lymphatic system 1 to 4 since about a month. I've also been juicing my own fresh picked herbs. Well, good deal. I love picking them, going into nature. Isn't it? It is connecting. It's connecting again. Man is disconnected from life. He needs to connect with life. We're so disconnected it's not even funny. But like I said, I feel so dead inside, like my bowel is dead, and it makes me feel so disconnected. Well, it sounds like your adrenals are pretty well, on their way of hanging out, thinking about nothing. So we need to get your adrenals up there, get your emotions connected, and you just have to fall in love with God. You have to fall in love with yourself, man. You have to fall in love with yourself, because that's the point, is no one else really cares, because they don't even care for themselves. So you really have to understand that the only one that really cares is yourself. And you must pull and rely on yourself, because that is God. So you have to connect to that and appreciate that. And that might be your journey, and why spiritually you're going through this, is so you'll pull away from creation. You'll pull away from the mind. You'll pull away from emotions. Maybe your journey's higher than you really imagine. And so maybe you, as you progress here and you learn to get that physical body in order, it will also resonate back and get the emotions and the mind in order. But getting the mind in order, and we've talked about this a lot, is working with the now and appreciating your very consciousness, not your ego consciousness, but your consciousness of existence, of beingness. The fact that you have awareness, because that awareness is the same as everyone else's awareness. What makes us different are the thoughts, the memories, the emotions, the genetics, the karma, the journeys. That's what makes us God different, not the fact that we're all God. I'm going to stay on watermelon, your formulas, and my fresh juiced herbs. That's what I would do. Keep working yourself, get the pancreatic formula, and keep working yourself and working yourself. I'd probably get the capsules, they're stronger, and keep working yourself and working yourself back, appreciating yourself, loving others, giving. You be the center of your universe. Don't let society or your parents or anyone else. These are just other souls that brought a body here so you could come here. So don't get trapped up in all these things. Get tripped up in yourself. Enjoy the beauty of who you are. And get yourself on a solid foundation. Learn how to stop thinking. The mind doesn't matter. You're the one that matters here. You're doing just fine here. This sounds like you're doing really good. But we're here to help you, so don't freak out here. We're all here to help you. You got a bunch of Facebook people loving to help people here. You get some radical people on there that stirs the pot because they can't control their mind. But outside of that, you got some good people out there on YouTube and Facebook that are willing to be your friends and help you. Got a lot of loving people on this site. I wish I could feel something here. Well, you have to work yourself back, man. I'll give this to Jennifer. I mean, she handed it to me. Kind of a sad story here. So, I have a question about cooked steamed vegetables.